two, one, record.
Hello, and welcome back to the Let's Address It podcast. And you guys, I have a very, very beautiful guest here, a special guest, someone that I admire so much too. And I reached out to this beautiful young lady and asked her to be a part of my podcast, and she agreed. Y'all may know her as Slap Suckers. Y'all may know her as Miss Right, but the world know her as Auntie Totes. Everyone out there on the Let's Address It platform, please give a very warm welcome to Dianca, Glam Queen.
Right.
Hi, sister.
What's going on?
How are you today?
I'm beautiful. And
That's
so are
the
you.
Thank you. First of all, I want to just say this. Thank you for agreeing to be on my podcast, for traveling to Philadelphia, because I know you are very busy. You're in New York City right now doing big things that we'll get to that later.
Okay.
But I just want to tell you personally, thank you for coming down here and being a part of my platform and helping my platform grow, because you do have a very big platform. So before we get all into the oohs and ahs, because Auntie Tote said she's coming here to shake the building up. Um, Tell the peoples that's out there, all of the addressers, where were you born and raised?
I'm originally born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County.
Okay, that's good. Did you move around a lot when you like at what age did you leave there? Or are you still there?
No, I'm currently residing in New York, working on several projects. No, I've been in Jacksonville, Florida, a native for many, many, many years.
Okay.
It wasn't until I had to finish tying up loose ends with my family, my mom and things. Other than that, I was just in and out, moving about.
Mhm.
But my family and my residency was in Jacksonville.
Okay. When you was coming up, did you was your mom and your dad pretty much together in the same household?
I grew up with my mom and my stepfather. My dad, my biological father, he was military.
Okay.
He was always a part of my life. I used to go and visit him for summers. I've even spent a couple of schooling there with him. So he was always a part of my life. My mom was married to one man the entire time. My dad was married to another one, which is my stepmother, the entire time. And I was in with both of them.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have a sister, a big sister.
She's big. Is you and your sister pretty close?
Oh, yeah, my mom raised us that way.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
and
that's
still to
decent.
this very day we are.
Question. When your mother, right? Because I know I can't speak for you, but typically when we was coming up and we was like still gay boys, I would say, your mother see it in you. Your mother and father see it in you. So did they, like, when you started your transition, or when she first seen you with hair or imitating what was her initial reaction?
Well, you know what? I had got into a fight abroad in high school. And I got like it was something under my eye. It was like turning. I thought it was turning into a black eye,
Mm-hmm.
and I gave several black eyes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but this so I wore makeup to cover it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one day I went in the house and my mom was like, "What is that on your face?" And I was like, "Oh, it's the makeup."
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at me kind of, in a hmm. I ended up meeting an older clique of gays,
Mm-hmm.
and I started wearing hair. I started with the pin plaits, but I
What's
was
pimplants? What pimplants? What's
plaits.
that?
They're like braids. Back in Jacksonville,
Mm-hmm.
they're braids, and I had them in a bob, so it wasn't down my back, but it was plaits, individual
Is they
plaits.
like the what's
It's
the one that was on Minister Society? The old the
kind of like that.
okay, go ahead. The mystical. Is it like the mysticals?
Okay, but it's more, and it's
Okay,
more
they
feminine,
smaller. Okay, go
and,
ahead.
and they're smaller, and they're like a full head. And then I had a part, and I had the pin plaits in a bob.
So you was
So I
fishy.
tried to,
Was you dainty
ease
back in
that
the
on
day?
her, huh?
Was you real dainty and fishy back in the day?
No, I don't think so because I always grew up in like straight clubs,
Uh-huh.
going to straight clubs when I was like 16. So it was more so
Oh,
I was like Banshee,
I-
because I had gold teeth. So
okay, so
that alone should tell you a lot. I had gold teeth from top to bottom.
so listen. Okay, so let's slow down so I can get your full story, because we got time.
Okay.
Was you still pre transition?
Yes, this was pre-transition because back in those times, I grew up around the older crowd. They were like bangles, hair,
Oh, mhm,
but still like Nautica, Tommy button downs,
mhm.
polo shorts with the tie around my waist and Jordans. So it was boy attire but girl hair,
Mm, okay.
bangles, nails, earrings, but boy,
I know. No, I get what you're saying. Okay, so at what age did you start your transition?
Ooh,
And what I mean by start your
compared to now, I started my transition late. I transitioned probably like 18. Yeah.
that's not really okay. So all of
I
my,
think now. You don't think so now?
I mean, no, I was about to say that I started my transition at 14, like with the hormone and
See,
stuff.
oh my
But
God.
18, not too far behind. I mean, but most of my girls started around 16, 17. But
Okay.
18 still, long as you know, I just believe that when you do it around and when you're in your teens, you get the nip puberty in the bud when you start taking hormones.
Yes.
So that's still young. You in a safe zone, okay? So did you have a pretty easy transition? Okay, let me ask you this because I asked this to all of my girls, and you are one of my girls. Did they used to gatekeep the older girls, gatekeep on where to get surgery from? I mean, hormone surgery, where to get pumped from? Because we old school girls, I'm pretty sure we got pumped. You understand?
Yeah.
So give it to them. Tell the people, this your camera. Look in the camera. Give it to them. This yours right there.
Gatekeeping didn't come until later when it comes to me. In the beginning, when people don't really think that you could pull it off, they don't mind helping for me. They didn't mind like helping. And then I had an amazing trans mother at the time. So she was like, you don't have to go anywhere to anyone for nothing. I got you.
What was her name? Give her
So,
love. Give her
her name
stuff.
is Peaches.
Shout out to Peaches,
and
Florida's own. She Florida.
Yeah,
Get your mother her stuff,
she's
girl.
from Florida.
You got the
She's
floor.
from Florida. She's taught me a lot when it comes to. She was the first one to take me to get silicone to get some work done. And so I didn't have to worry about any issues as far as that goes because she handled that in that arena. She seen me at a pageant. She came up to me. She said, hey. And I was with my other peers. They were older. They didn't care for her, but she came up to me specifically. And her name is Peaches LaRue. And she was like, give me 3 months with you. And I was like, what? And, my friends like, child. And so when I go back over there with them, I took her number. They was like, oh, girl, you don't need her. And I've just always been a line leader. Like, you can't tell me what to do. And so I disregarded what they said and I gave her a call. And she and I built a relationship. And she was the most bodied girl in Duval at that time.
Okay.
And she's everything, like her mentality.
That's why I was saying give her her life because she need to hear that because. Okay,
but
I
I
want to
gave
cut
her
you
her
off.
life before.
But I was saying give her stuff because a lot of times the older girls don't receive their flowers, and if she meant something to your transition, because I didn't, a lot of girls that from up north, we didn't have people to mentor us, so that's why I was saying give her her stuff. She'll probably watch this and it mean the world to her.
Well, I have given her flowers before.
Oh, okay.
And it started out great in the beginning. I love her now, but I have given her flowers before. She know how I feel. Like literally, I have. And then later on, it turned very kind of bitter towards me because she actually gatekept me later on in life.
Come here, let me ask you this.
So anytime I'm kind of like, because I don't have a problem with giving flowers, but when a relationship is kind of bittersweet.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, okay.
Yes,
all right.
yes. So the same one who initially. See, you put this
I'm
out
about
of me.
to go.
I was trying to stay away
That's
from
what Auntie Tote has arrived. She arrived. Go.
I was trying to keep it cute.
Auntie,
you ain't gonna let me keep it cute.
The Auntie show.
I was trying to keep it cute.
Girl,
and that's how you done pulled me.
Come
I
on
was
with
trying
the
to keep it
cute.
And you done put all this feelings out of me. So in any event, I love her so dearly. It started out great. In the beginning, she was the first one to initiate, hormones and surgeries to me. Later on in life, she was one of the ones that it got back to me that she was saying, don't give me hormones. It got to a point where I couldn't even get hormones in my city.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay, so let me say this.
So that's why I was trying to take it a little.
Yeah, but we talk. This is just the Auntie show. Let me just say this. Most girls, when you first start out, they don't see you as a threat at first.
Right.
And come on, sister, give it to me. They don't see you as a threat at first until the boys start living for you more than they living for them, or they feel like a little, when somebody younger coming up, and then you starting to get your look and get you experienced that.
Yeah, I experienced that. It was like, here, oh yeah, cool. And then when you blossom and bloom, and you have your own mind, and you have your own identity, and you have your own values and things that you grew up with that you're not willing to waver. Back in those days, it was like stroll, and she was. She introduced me to the stroll, but that wasn't for me.
Really?
Yeah. And I attempted it And it was so terrible, and
Come
that
on, tell
just
me, do you have
it
any?
wasn't for me. And most of her other daughters, that was for them. And
Wait, hold
we
on.
kind of distanced because of that.
Break that down. Why the stroll didn't work for you? Do you have like a horror story?
Yes.
Or please tell me, tell the world. Let's talk. Let's address it.
Oh, girl, you getting all these me stripes.
Let's address it.
Well, it was just a mess. Well,
Give me one. Girl,
It's
you came
just
on here to address it now.
terrible.
This is listen. When y'all be seeing her, right, and she in these funny videos. Girl, you outspoken.
But let me say this, because I have said this before. She taught me what
I'm not talking about her. We offer her.
Okay.
I'm talking about give me a horror story from the stroll that just turned you.
Horror story is a date. A guy was trying to pick me up. I'm out there, didn't know what I was doing. She was like, "Come on, daughter, and do it like this, and just stand right here." And at that time, I had a boyfriend, so she was like, "Oh, it isn't cheating if it's about money." It's just like manipulative things like that didn't sit right with my spirit. I call myself standing out there about to attempt to do it. Another gay person pulled up with my boyfriend at the time. He hopped out the car and he tried to go. Well, we fought on the scroll because I didn't have a boyfriend to say, "Go ahead, bring that money back." But he was like, "You're not gonna do this, that," and we fought on Third and Main. Me and him fought, and I love him for. Kind of like he rescued me from that type of life. And I said that it's bad,
decent,
but it could, we fought. And my only friend who helped me was on BJ. She helped me. She rode him over and let me get on top of him, and I was just pounding. And so it was like, I was like, so now that I'm old, I was like, why would you try to even have me to do that? It was very unsafe.
I get it.
But she taught me what she knew, so I don't.
Okay, right. That's
her.
what I was. That's what. Okay. I'm sorry you had to relive that because I could see that made you feel a little uncomfortable. Once you, but yeah, I'm sorry I had to make you relive that.
Okay.
Because that's like past trauma though. Not only did somebody, was you out there on the stroll, you got into a fight with your boyfriend on the stroll.
I got into a fight.
Okay, so we're gonna move on from there. At what point, right? Did you start how you started making your money to start your transition? Like what was you doing? What was you doing at the time for money?
You know what? Back in those days, it was something called scams and stunts. We used to call them stunts. So I had another gay parent who introduced me into like stunts.
Crafting?
Stunts,
okay, so let me stop you right
now.
They
call
the
it
name
scams.
of the show is called Let's Address It. Okay. We are addressing it today.
Really?
I need I don't need Dianca going. I need Auntie Tote right now. Okay.
Girl.
Put Dianca up. Okay.
No.
Put Glam Queen up. You ain't came on here to be Glam Queen.
Oh.
Come on. What you used to do? Because I'm a crafter too. I was
Really?
I was booster. Crafter,
well, I mean, I went to federal prison for manufacturing counterfeit IDs, manufacturing bills, manufacturing.
Oh, bitch! Wait, hold on.
Payroll checks. Yeah, I went to federal prison. They ran down on me. I was in the newspaper.
Really?
I was the first trans girl out of my city to be in the newspaper, to be on the news. Yeah.
So you was the girl. I mean, listen.
I mean,
all of my addresses, all
of
my supporters out there, I ain't going to find nothing. But back then in our day, we was hustlers.
We had to get on.
Bitch, we had to get it from the mud. I'll get it out the mud. And I was a stroll girl when I prostitute, street walked and worked the ass and stuff like that. But I was a crafter, like so. I used to be nasty with the checkbook or that plastic.
Yes, honey.
That's how I became to be sexy Lexi. So it's not glorifying it. We're talking about things that we moved on from. That's life experiences.
Yeah.
So let's tell me it seemed like you was nasty with your craft.
Yeah. I was nasty, but when you making money and beefing with unfortunate people who don't do what you do and they putting the police on you and me, I can't knock her because guess what? I taught my people, my kids, how to make it, how to survive, what I knew. You know what I'm saying? Baby, you're not finna come bumming off me, baby. Let me teach you how to get your own oint. You know what I'm saying? No, because for real, no, like literally, but they didn't have to go nowhere for no face, for no book, for no, baby, back then they was a travelers, baby. Them travelers used to slide. You go in and make, baby, have them, and then they'll slide, so you'll get all your corn, your cat. Got it, okay? So, and baby, they are fresh off the press. And so, but a lot of times when you give too much with your hand, they fall in love with your hand and not your heart. See, I didn't do any like, oh, let me wait out, let me see. Because, hey, baby, you need something here. you need something here. Bring me to such and such back, baby. Get my own because they're gonna get a trade. They own. They gonna get the weed man. They own. So bring me my own. No, I'm not giving nothing for free, but bring me my own, and then you still have 10, 9, whatever you do with your book to make it work. Give me 3 pieces of paper. That book, you still got 14 pieces of paper to make
for you to have your livelihood.
Yeah.
See, you know what? You was like me. You weren't one of the girls that was gatekeeping on that. Like,
No.
you know how certain people. Okay, you know how drug dealers, I'm gonna say, give they workers a little pack. They had them distributed. They said make about $400. They only making $50 off each pack.
Yeah,
that wasn't.
no,
It sounded like you was making sure your girls were straight.
No, they were. Yeah,
They
I'm talking about everybody around me. Ate.
Come on,
literally.
I like you.
Literally,
I knew I liked you for a reason.
And yeah, and it's verifiable because they watch your show. Right. Yeah, and they ate.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
We ate a lot.
I could pretty much imagine, especially back then. They didn't know what everything used to slide back then.
Ooh, didn't.
I'm telling you, I used to go in the store and sign at the dotted line, bitch, for anything. Cars. Seriously, it used to be a time. It was a time to be alive. Let's just say that.
It really was, because with that, you could use your personality and you could just get up and be pretty and just go and do your thing and have your book in your face. And then, back then before then you used to could go to the Atlanta, baby, to the underground to get your, until I started making my own. So, baby, I ain't even need
we call them faces. I need a new face. Yeah, okay.
Our cars, yeah, and we call it plastic cars or whatever. So yeah, I had my roundabout with that.
We all did. I never got jammed up for that.
Oh, well, that's a blessing.
Yeah, because the first time I think I got jammed up for that, it was like from the cameras, because I was so good at it. I used to wear disguises. Like,
even back then, wow.
I used to just wear disguise. Like, I always used to wear my hair a certain type of way. I used to always wear, should I even be talking about I used to always make sure I had glasses on. And then back then, their cameras wasn't as advanced as they is now. It always was grainy or black and white. And it was never like, it was back then. It was just like a camera in the store, but it wasn't like over top of the register, So you can really get away. So, bitch, when they brought that back, I'm like, baby, I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
I'll take the glass. Look at me and look at that. Who is that? Who is that? I don't know who that is. So it was like, but.
Not me. Unfortunately, honey, I remember one time I got jammed up, people. But what happened was someone had came in for a pageant and came to Duval, and I know who it was, whatever. And they had used the same paper that I had went in and
like
used.
the color pattern?
Yes. And baby, they had them when that person came, they had ate it up so severely, baby. They had to put all them papers out, and they was waiting for somebody to come back and slide that same paper. And baby, I had to handle my little baby. I was slaying nasty, baby. I used to go around like I'm going to the club, baby. And that used to work for me because I used to target, young slap suckers, and use a little bit of right. And so, but I had to went to this older lady, baby, and she had to say, "Hold on 1 minute," and baby, too many hold ons mean it's a mistrot, And I had to went to making my way up. I think it was a big department store, baby, and she used to hit for like 13, and that was light, but that was cute because 13 adds up. Okay, so we're not even finna right? And so because everybody so real beating fabulous and great. Oh, 13,
I love how
what's
she
that?
I swear to God, y'all, I'm saying it now because I love her.
That I can set up.
You know what I love about you off the subject, but we're gonna get right back on the subject.
Okay.
I like when you be doing your videos and because if they.
Yeah, because
I like how you don't finish it, but we know exactly what you be saying.
Well, only the academic do. So if they kind of slow, they won't, or delayed, they won't get it. But academic, we be here, so I don't even have to finish because what's understood don't have to be what?
Explain.
Oh, okay. Now what happened?
Y'all see, the tote is alive
right
now. The tote that came alive on the couch.
I was trying to.
How the tote came out. Okay, so So you did some time away. I'm not going to ask you how they caught you with store. We're not doing all of that.
Gotcha.
Okay, it's not everybody's business, and that's in the past. How much time did you do away?
Which time?
Oh. Girl, because I got some stories too. Oh, well, you got yourself. We're gonna give you your full time on this couch.
No. Okay, no, we don't have to do. I went to federal prison once. I went to state prison twice.
Okay. Tell me about the time. How much time did you do in federal?
In federal, I did 14 months. Right.
Okay. What was that experience like?
Um,
Did they have you with them on the male
you know
side?
what? Yes, they did.
Did you shake them
Yeah,
the fuck up?
yeah. But unfortunately, as crazy as it sounds, I wouldn't want to be with no cunts. But I wouldn't no because it.
Wait a minute, no.
I don't.
They had you on the they had their mouths, Joe. Right?
Right, but like what I'm saying is, I wouldn't even want to be with.
No, bitch, throw me amongst the wolves. Bitch, the fuck. Throw me
Hey, babe,
straight in there. Don't pass me past go.
But
I ain't gonna collect. Don't put me in PC. Throw me in the cage. The terror don't.
And guess
in the
what?
middle
I
of the
bet we
mix.
leave that mother because when
Because
it's
I
in
used
you,
to run
it's
the jail.
Thank you.
They, you know what? Put this out in the big screen. As much as people would want to think that when we go inside these places, we will be scared, beat, and abused, and need shut. Bitch, the queens ran the jail.
Gotta know
I know
that.
I did. Like,
Gotta know that. Literally.
you know, we had
Literally.
access to everything. I was the block cleaner. I had access to get everybody they little drug, little smoke, little puff, little marijuana. You know, the girls I had a boyfriend. You had a boyfriend. I know you had it.
Of course. Yeah.
Was he one of the big deals in here?
Had to be.
I'm
the big deal.
on you, girl. I live.
Baby. And baby, I chose who I wanted. I didn't let them slapsuckers choose me, baby. I had several of them run down. Hey, back on back, fall back. Let me see all my prospects because you know they be trying to lock in.
Yeah, lock you in.
And then there was something you want to eat, baby. You eat that meal, baby.
Now you locked it.
No, but I don't think because I was incarcerated with a few girls who was getting drugged in the wreck yard. I don't know how you come to jail and that Nick slapsucker drug. Hey, baby.
What you mean, like the slapsucker?
Because every girl doesn't have that leadership power mindset. Some girls get like caught up in and let them slapsuckers prey on them. Some girls who wasn't a boss with that boss mentality wherever they're at, they're not gonna run the compound. You know, so that isn't just every girl get that glory or regulate like that. You have to be that girl to regulate like that.
Previously had been the girl.
Right.
I think that's the same way I had the top one on the block. Like, you know, and bitch, it just used to be a fab thing. Like he didn't play about me, bitch. But all of the boys used to be on my top. And I used to just remember like when me and him would get into an argument, I used to go out on the block and pass some like tight little Daisy Dukes on up my head. And the titty. And he's like,
and baby, he's steaming.
He on the gate, like watch me from the cell, just and I just be playing. Boy, you also sit playing cards. I was a spades girl. I wasn't never. Did you know how to play pinochle?
No.
No, was you know how to play spades?
Yeah.
Good.
No.
At least you kept it real.
No, but guess what, baby? I stayed on a sideline watching, and you know when like this how I used to do when like certain inmates or slapsuckers win. Oh, I'm like, oh, he cleared. You know, like you know the Chilean. You know the Chile, and then and then they used to have this little thing called when like somebody win, and then you Chile from, and then they'll slide you a little something. Oh yeah, because it was you. And baby, give me my little light, because you won that, because I was standing by you. You know. Right. And then, you know, I used to love to watch the boys play basketball.
Me
you know, I walk the little store, but then I go on the court and be cheering. Oh, he ain't played. Yes. Oh, he's so... My boyfriend... don't even know he on my little list of... Right.
Prospect.
Right.
My boyfriend used to be hooping. He used to be out there tearing his straight ass.
Oh, I have to have an athletic.
He used to be athletic. He used to fight too. He used to be rough. I used to be like, boy, listen, my boyfriend was on the same block with me. And I used to be like, you always in the hole. And I used to just be standing on his cell, like, because he used to be locked in on the block. And I used to have my little titty top on, like my wife beat it tied up.
Wait a minute. Were you trans?
I was trans. I was the same way I looked down is the same way I was in there, tearing them up. The aunts used to couldn't take it. They couldn't bake it with the oven in an easy bake oven. Every chance they get, come on, give me that. Because, you know, when you was the girl in there and the boys, they treated me like a girl. Yeah. Like, you know, they used to call me Alexis and everything.
You're the girl in there. Like, all them hard heads, you're literally the girl. The girl.
And did you have body when you was in there?
And that was the crazy thing about it, because I didn't even start catching my time until I transitioned. I've never been incarcerated prior to my transition. I transitioned, then I just started, and I remember when my trans mother made prison seem like so terrible because she got in some trouble, and I remember her saying, I couldn't go in prison. Oh, do you know what they would do to me?
There's nothing
and
like
I remember hearing, I was like, do you think it's baby? I had to say, right. I was
petrified
like
up until I got in there. The very first time I went, one of the girls came over. She was like, girl, come up out the cell. And I was like, I don't want to be out there in the day room with the boys. They watching TV. You know, they always anticipating me come out the cell because bitch,
so
it was
they
giving
can catch a view.
Yeah. So I used to stay in Estelle my first week. She was like, you got to come up out of here.
And when
And
you
she pulled
did,
me out that motherfucker, baby.
it was
The,
hell
all
to
the,
pay
you
the
know, the
way.
boys used to give you the group. First, they would just stare all day. I'm sitting, like, I used to sit over there with her. Now they playing cards right here. They leaning up against the wall talking. The whole block is
But
over
then
here.
they start migrating
They start,
slowly.
over to where you, in the area you in. They, keep coming over asking, because she used to braid everybody here. So now
Oh,
they
I
all
braided
had
in
the
federal
chit chats for
prison.
her, because she's sitting there talking to me. I used to
And
know
then
what
they'll
was going on.
slide you in a conversation, and
Yeah.
then, but and guys want, and you know what? Not all guys get down. Some guys just can be cool.
You know what?
And just love the femininity
Mm-hmm.
aura in the dorm, because I remember a few times I went out to like medical for the whole day, and it was guys that didn't get down, was like, we missed you today, lovely, because they used to call me lovely. My first week was like, we miss you, and they didn't. It's just a feminine aura. Or when like some other guys have issues on the phone with their wife, their girlfriend, they get off the phone, they'll come and sit on my bunk and run it by me, and I'm like, listen, you're wrong. She's like, I was literally like a psychiatrist in there for them, and never tried them first, never, because I didn't have to. All them slapsuckers who have to try them, baby, they coming by the droves.
And you know what?
And I had a lot of brothers, like legitimate brothers, used to respect me, like stand for me, defend me. So everything doesn't have to be. Every guy isn't for that, and I don't even put that on every guy.
We're gonna get back to that later, because when we get to like the fool and trade, because we definitely have to cover that portion.
Okay.
But I will say, when I was in there, it was really literally some guys that was just really cool, because when the aunt COs used to come around, y'all sitting there playing cards, that faggot,
Lord,
and all of
girl,
that, and then like
no
and then the
lies.
Muslim, and
Yes.
it used to be the Muslim trade, and it was like, and you Muslim, and I remember this one
Girl,
Muslim trade. He was
are you
real big, and he was like, "Yo, why don't you
Yes.
go to fuck here with that?" He was like, "Man, we in here gelling." Like, don't nobody, like, he made it perfectly clear. He was like, "I'm not what," he told me straight up, like, "You cool as fuck." Like, see, this is the thing. I was a cool tranny, always. I was respectable to the trade. I respected their boundaries, and I was one of the homeboys, because I'm a tomboy, and I'm we homeboys at the end of the day. I just look like this, like, I ain't locked in here with y'all. Y'all locked in here with me,
right?
You understand what I'm saying? And it was just like a mutual respect thing.
Yeah. Let me tell you about one specific ordeal that very similar to what you said. It was a female sergeant, and prior to the tote. I'm sure she used to get all the attention, and it's okay. And so she used to come on and walk around the dorm and do her thing. And once I got to the federal holding facility, they put me in a particular dorm. She didn't want me to get on a compound. Don't play with me, baby. This pen, baby, this hand with the pen, it ain't only just good for the paper, but it's good for anything that I put this pen on. So, baby, I had to wrote them, so they let me out of confinement. Right. So, baby, I get in the dorm. So it was when Hustle and Flow came out, and I remember she came and she used to bring movies for them to watch. And so they were like, oh, we want to watch Hustle and Flow. And one day she came in the dorm, and she was like, they was like, Sergeant, her name was Sergeant Taylor. Yeah. And they were like, oh, Sergeant, we want to watch Hustle and Flow. And she was like, Hustle and Flow, I hope that isn't any faggot shit. Mind you, I'm braiding a guy, the guy she's smitten with. I'm just braiding his hair. Me and him, but she was just so bothered that they used to let me say, oh, I want to watch BT. Like, so when you say that they be actually bothered to see people accept us and be comfortable with us, they would prefer those guys shun us, bash us, kick us out the dorm. But they don't give that, and they really be upset, and they manipulate those. Where they attempt to manipulate the guys to think, oh, because you're cool with them, you have to be on that, and that's not the case. Excuse me, those people that are in there was once on the street, so they see us on the street. They maybe have a family member who is trans, a cousin. They maybe have done business because see, we got money,
right?
So
right.
money is money.
Yes, money is money.
So it's sad that, certain guys have to portray to be homophobic to not be accused of getting down. That's crazy.
Yep. Okay. This is good. I'm enjoying you.
Gotcha.
I had to get you up out there, little show, but I'm enjoying you, sister. Okay. So, when you got out, right, can you tell me about your experiences with Silicone? Because this is a really big thing that I talk about not so often, but I am a girl that has had my whole bottom is silicone. Really? And my chest was silicone. I got it scraped out a few years ago, twice.
Really?
Because it cling the silicone when it's in your body, it clings to your tissue. What is it called? The tissue, your muscle.
Yeah, your muscle.
Your scar tissue, your skin tissue on the inside. So when that got my first set of implants, they scraped what they could out because it
Gotcha.
sticks to your skin like the
Mhm.
you know, it's like jelly or whatever. It turns into like a gel. So, you know, have you ever had any kind of complications because
Yeah.
you are body
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
are way body than me. You know, we both
Are
we
you
spoke.
serious?
Yeah, girl, we both toting that shape, but you toting
Right.
that shape.
Well, Lex, I did black market. I I experienced. I had to get some reconstructive done. It was out of Miami. Back in those days, you can't trust. I started with one doctor.
Mm-hmm.
That's when somebody else link you to another one, and
Mm-hmm.
they have the good stuff, and maybe they did have the good stuff at a point, and maybe at a time. But greed brings on people trying to like add
Add
stuff, to get more currency and more money, and so I think my first two procedures with the person who I went through was like good. Well, not my first two
Mm-hmm.
procedures, but the first two people, they were good. And then when I started venturing out,
Mm-hmm.
I ran into someone who was very dishonest and just pumped the wrong stuff up in me, And it was just terrible. It was terrible because it was me and a sister of mine. And it wasn't until later on down the line we started noticing things about our body wasn't sitting right. And to this day, it's like I just don't see how can people just do
Do
that
shit like that.
to someone, like
I'm
literally like experiment with someone's
money,
life.
greed. We know it's greed.
Yeah.
So it's a lady that's God rest her soul. She was Philadelphia's finest, and she like really birthed the nation. Her name was Kelly Harper. God rest her soul.
Mm-hmm.
She was the lady that was up this region, and even the girls from down south and all over the United States used to come to her. She never had any kind of complications, and
Oh,
that's
wow.
who all of the old school girls went to, and their bodies are still soft. They ain't went to the hospital, nothing. They are just like perfect. That's where I started out at. It wasn't until I started going to another lady.
Is that we venture out
Yeah,
of
and
try
I'm gonna
new
tell you why. I'm
Go ahead and
not to
say
play
it.
devil. I was being greedy because Kelly Harper wasn't giving her what she was. Kelly Harper used to have these little ass cups. They was like little Dixie cups, and it took a lot more money to get to where I wanted to be. And just so happened, the lady, she lived in Newark, New
And
Jersey.
baby, they say she
was
gifted by the
ooh,
pack.
no,
But
it was.
guess what? It's
This was
not
the
about
McDonald's super cup. You never seen the McDonald's supersized cup, the old school.
Ooh.
She was filling one of them up, giving it to you, and I just would start to, in my mind, I'm like, listen, I
need
can't
that.
keep coming back here ever.
For these
for these little, the little cups they got in the water fountain.
Oh,
The little
yeah.
boo boo boo.
Mhm.
They got the little cup Dixie.
Yeah.
It used to be them, and I started doing that against my better judgment because she was really giving away a lot more. And then Dianca, I'm gonna talk to you as a sister. She fucked so many people up and sent them to the hospital. Like these girls, I believe even once one of the girls died. Cause it's it get in your lungs.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I was getting mines done in both places.
Right.
Kelly Harper would not touch you or put silicone injections in your chest if you was like real fish.
Mhm.
Excuse me, cisgender women. But this lady was just, I'm telling you, putting some bad things in her silicone, and she's still on the run to this day. And I think she done moved out of the country at this point because my girl been on the run for like over 10, 15 years. But go ahead, let's tell your story. This ain't my story. But it's enlightening to the viewers because we are girls that come from the same probably era and walks through life. In this generation, they don't have to necessarily get pumped.
Oh no, they
still out here carrying
it's so
on?
amazing. In this day and time, they don't understand how blessed they are.
Right.
We are, because we still do our thing. Excuse me one second.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Well, your sneeze was cunt. I'll be sounding like Trey when it be
Well, child, you catch me at the right time. Maybe I ain't finna sit up here and do that.
Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, luckily because of how my body is set up, it's like when I did have to go and get some reconstructive did, I got some silicone removed. The doctor told me that it stayed in one place. Mm-hmm. So they didn't have to do, it wasn't like it didn't travel. So that was a good thing.
Oh, that's very good.
So yeah, I did have that. I'm done. But it was just terrible. It was
the whole experience.
It was terrible. It was terrible because outside of me, I have family members who experienced some horrific ordeals,
like
with
real
black market
cisgender.
Silicone. Yes.
Oh, really?
Cisgender and trans.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm only speaking from. Is it true, everybody out there, America, that's watching, that's going to view this episode, right? Is it a thing that the Florida girls are way more body than the up north girls? It is a known fact, y'all. Can y'all answer that down in the comments? That the Florida girls go for just the Florida girls go for the yachty, like it's like, like you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You know what? I think I grew up in strip clubs. My sister started sneaking dancing when she was like 17, 18. And I didn't leave home until I was like 18, literally. So I really was like at home getting all my nurture, all my care, my mom. So, but my sister started dancing, and I used to go to the strip club to see her dance and see them. And I used to be up there in like so much amazement, watching all them beautiful bodies. That's why I don't see how women say that we don't love them. We love them. We love
See?
them. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Like,
Can
are
we
you
can we
serious?
can we discuss that a little bit then?
Yes,
Like how
don't
they
do that.
how I was just on, shout out to Mona, Don't Call Me White Girl. I was just on her show.
Oh, I
She-
love her.
You do?
Yes, she's
Um,
very
I'm gonna link you
realistic,
with
down to
her.
earth.
Yeah, so you can Okay, so I was just on Mona's show 2 days ago, and we was she had brought up a topic about like that she hear trans women say that we want to get rid of real women and just do away with them so we can be the only thing that's existing. And I told her and her like on her platform that like we love, well, I know I do. I love cisgender women. We came from cisgender women. They birthed us like, and I could never hate somebody, a group of people that I changed my whole appearance to look like. You know, is that the same for you?
And a part of me want to say that they know that that isn't true.
Okay.
I think that some women try to manipulate other women around them to feel that way, but we didn't drop out of the sky. We have mothers, we have female cousins, we have sisters, so it's like how well do you have any siblings? Like,
I got a sister and yeah.
okay,
But I was very
are you
respectful
and
to my
your
girl.
sister
Tight,
close?
like this, best
Okay,
friends, yeah.
so it will take me and my sister tight. So find a sister, find an auntie, find a mother who could verify that and say my trans child tries to challenge me. We don't have that. We like our family. So maybe it's the ones who maybe don't have a family member who is trans, who just have this.
Oh, you know what? I never looked at it like that.
Maybe it's them.
Oh,
so
you,
like
you
they
ate that.
can't even
So
relate.
I could try to see where they
But-
get this from, because I've never been around a girl that say I hate women. You know,
I've never had.
I've never had nobody, none of my girls
female,
say that. You know,
exactly. All the
Okay.
way down to the women that we grew up hanging out with, turning corners with.
Right.
They can't say that. Okay, true enough. Even if we get into a spat, it's not about we want to get away. I think that at certain times when cisgender women be mean to us, they forget that we can be mean back.
and they can't
Okay?
take it, and then
And
they get a
so
lot of.
what we say, they want to twist that as, oh, y'all hate women. Okay, well, what about guys? Like the guys that they sleep with, they say worse things and do worse things to cisgender women. They don't say they want to do away with them. So I just think that it's kind of like a mental mind manipulation thing to try to push
Is you getting a
off.
little cold? You getting a little chilly?
A little.
Can you put this heater on for me real quick? We can cut that part out.
Okay.
We can edit that out. Turn this heat thing on for me real fast, baby. My ankles is cold.
Well, girl, look at all
my
this.
ankles
She's
is
giving
cold.
me eyes. Baby, she giving what?
Yeah, just put it on low. But y'all, we're gonna edit that out. Matter of fact, we're gonna leave it in. It's the rawness of it all.
Got
Okay,
it.
so my next question to you is, and we gotta choose them carefully on this part. Do you honestly think that when most cisgender women are typically fag hags, you know, they like, we could do their makeup, we could do their hair. Have you ever experienced the childhood cisgender females that you had as friends, y'all was close when you were before pre-transition to now after you transition, it is that kind of like, you know, have they ever switched up on you and in the slightest little bit?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Of
come on, let's let the
course,
world
of
know.
course.
Let's address it.
I've been blessed with some beautiful, amazing childhood friends. I value friendship just as equally as I value relationships. But when it comes to, I think friendship a little more, because growing up, me and my sister, we had the house to go to. Like everybody wanted to come over to our house to hang out, to spend a night.
Mhm.
So when it comes to friendship, we had a lot of friends growing up. My mom was the mom. Like, we want to go over to Miss Lily Mae house, and my mom welcomed everybody. So growing up, when I transitioned, I didn't hang out with the same childhood friends when it comes to adult years, but it was always love. It was see me. The only thing, it was like, listen, we're not gonna, I'm transition. I'm Dianca now. Respect me as that. And I don't think people understand how serious you are until you let them know how serious you are. Because either you're going to respect me or just don't say nothing to me. And so then they be like, oh, well, okay, well, just don't say nothing to me because I'm fine with not saying nothing to you if it depends on you respecting me. We're not finna kiki about this. I'm dead serious about this. And after you get over that, then they, it's okay. But you have to put your foot, not only with friends, but family too. You have to put your foot
Exactly.
down.
Exactly.
This is not a game. I'm not a gamer. I'm not a joke. I'm very serious about who I am.
And I'm very serious about my boundaries and which you can. I'm not finna let you play with me. Yeah. I'm not finna let you sit here and play with me. Okay. At what age or what point in your life? Because I know we talked on the back end and we talked even a little bit today about that you were in pageantry before, and you are a very dominant person. When I was saying dominant, like in a bad way, like you are a leader and your kids followed you. Like you was just a big deal in your city. I can tell because you're so well respected. But you had a little incident that happened to you, and I'll let you explain it because I can't tell your tragic story. So what happened? What happened around that time?
Well, it was a pageant. The pageant of the city was Duval, Miss Duval. I've always been the girl of my city ever since I was like, when I initially came out. Even before doing pageants, I used to dance, backup dance for the girls in the pageantry. I was a backup dancer. And so when I started doing pageants, everybody's supporting their champion. I won the pageant. Miss Duval knew.
What year was that?
Oh, I can't even remember.
Okay, but go ahead.
Right.
Not the soft right.
Yeah. I won the pageant.
No, high pitch. No.
Gotcha.
You won the pageant, and
when you're that girl and you're the girl the beat, and people sit back and they see you living in your glory, I ended up, and then it's the next generation come, and the next generation is very sensitive, and the next generation don't come in respecting, they come in trying to compete. Versus the girls who, is there. It's like, we've already done this and we've been there, done that. And intimidation, like literally when like people can't get close to you, they start creating like it's a big problem. And it's not
can you break that down? Because you were there, you lived it, so I want you to tell me. I don't know. So what
basically,
happened?
I've had a separation from a couple people who was part of my circle. They joined to another circle. I was like, okay. I'm not territorial or jealous. So I was like, okay. When they joined that circle, they created a beef with me. I'm the one for her, this, that, and the third. And then they actually got up under the owners of a particular pageant. So it's like, these people know me, like you know me before you knew them. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but what I'm not is a bully. I've never gotten into it with no one who was innocent.
Okay.
I get into it with the people that I have gotten into it with was people who went for bad.
Okay. Got it. So around that time, because I think when we talked before, you said they tried to like kick you out of pageantry.
Oh no, they didn't kick me out. They actually banned me from that particular. They made a big post.
Oh really?
After I got ran over by a car.
And now you told me something like that happened to you, but I didn't know this was during that same thing. So do you think it had something to do with that?
Yeah, it definitely did, because those people had gotten close with the pageant owner. It's kind of like, if people is behind your back, letting people know, okay, ballroom. Okay, you're part of ballroom. Okay. So per se, Lexi is in ballroom. Everyone loves what she do. Lexi have a fallout with a couple family members. Now they join another bar. Lexi fine with it because she's comfortable with the people who stayed around. Okay. Okay. Go along. And people actually get upset when you're okay with them running along. They want you to fight over them, and you don't do that. So if those people get up under the heads of the ballroom, and the heads of the ballroom let them know that, we about tired of Lexi. So then those people want to come in the ballroom giving you drama, but it's only because the heads have given them that courage. So now they feel it, they can play with you.
Okay, now we cooking with fire now. Okay.
Right. Okay. So it's like, okay, because so basically any little thing Lexi do, oh baby, they ready to put her out. So any little thing I did, they had gotten basically from the heads that, oh yeah, we ready to ban her. So they tried to like play with me and taunt me. And that's not going to happen.
Basically, so when you react, it's like...
See, there she go again. She started.
Got it.
Right.
I'm glad you broke that down.
And that's really...
You care to put a name on this organization? Because in Duval, out in Duval...
It was Duval Pageantry System.
The Duval Pageantry System, you know what? I won't speak on the whole system because I am not in pageantry, you guys. But, so I'm not going to speak on it because I said I wasn't.
Okay, well, I'll speak on it. Because after that, it was a board of 5 people. That say, okay, we're going to ban her. Okay. Since then, those people have apologized to me.
Really?
Yes. Giselle.
Oh, Royale, Barbie Royale. Oh,
yeah. And we spoke. She had one of her sisters did not, and I understand it was like a level of loyalty to her sister. I used to like screenshot.
Well, was Giselle the initiator of the?
No, she wasn't the initiator, but she put the vote to ban me. She was one of the people. She was part of the board. And she said, yeah, she voted. And I asked her, like, why? And she basically, she was like, well, literally, it was going to happen anyway. My vote didn't matter. I said, but you still voted to ban me.
I get what you're saying.
But she was like, it was still going to happen. In any event, years later, she came to me. We talked about it. She, she basically apologized. And she just, she chose the wrong side because from my understanding, she's not even cool with the people she did it for. If you have a friend girl, a lot of people do things like this. If you have a friend girl who don't care for Dianca and you're in a position to kind of spite me, well, girl, I'm going to get it for my sister. Oh, sister, I got it. And then later on in life, you and that person fall out. Later on in life, you're like, oh my God, I chose the wrong side. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend girl who didn't get along with her. And when her and that friend girl got into it, I stood back. And I was like, no, I'm not going to get into that. So I just think, sometimes in those younger days, you think you and people is going to be friends forever. And you can see different. I never cared for like, even my friends who give like hate, I'm like, oh, friend, I don't like it. You're a hater. Like, I never care for that. I've never been a girl to have to be jealous because I'm going to keep myself up. I'm going to make my own money to where I don't have to have that jealousy. And if I see it in one of my friend girls, I fell out with girls that have been around me because I was like, friend, you giving hate. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's not true.
You know what I'm saying? That's not in our frequency. It's one-on-one. This is in front of people, but what's in me is not in certain people. But in any event, but she is one, she and I talk, and I really, really genuinely, accepted her apology basically.
I love Giselle. I love Giselle Barbie Royale.
I really like genuinely. And so now when like me and her get together and we take shots, when she see me, come on, let's get a shot. It took me a minute to get over it.
I was going to ask you that. Let me ask you this. During that time when you were basically forced out, how did that make you feel? Not just the fact that you was being,
I got ran over by a car, and 3 days later they banned me. Ran over by a car, went to the emergency room. I got maced and ran over by a car. And to this day, I have a recording of
so the people that ran you over with the car was allowed to stay?
Yeah. They
Duval. Somebody was just asking me about pageantry.
They still attended
Duval girl. No ma'am, Duval girl. Y'all allowing this kind of shenanigans and foolery.
They still attend the function to this day. But guess what? You have to lose the win because had I never got banned, baby, I wouldn't even been clocked in Auntie Tote.
Come on, Auntie Tote. That's how you told that show to Auntie Tote that shade. So let's tap into Auntie Tote. Because you know what? Are you spiritual?
Extremely. Baby, that's why I'm still standing here after all that.
Exactly. So,
baby, that's why I can still tote. Baby, I have a scar from here to here.
Really?
When I got ran over by a car. So, baby, very.
Okay. Well, let me just say this.
That's how I endured all that. I went through spirit.
Okay, so with that being said, Because now I know where you get your strength and why you still sitting
Yes.
across from me right now.
Yes.
And a lot of our sisters ain't here, but we are.
And guess what? We're still in same body and mind. Because, you know, some people don't,
Kooky,
you know, and baby, we may play.
crazy
but
than a bee bug.
Right. We may play,
Like
but baby, we
like
got all
we
our
cray
sense.
cray.
Right. I gotta know that.
I'm really enjoying you. I
Right.
swear. You know what? Somebody put me onto you, like, and started making me watch your videos. And I was like, I really like her. Because every single video that I watched, it be real shit that people, that you started off, I'm going to just go ahead and say some shit y'all just too scared to say.
Gotcha. Right.
You be touching on a lot of stuff. But all right, so let me just move on. Around that time, all right, you started. What year did you join TikTok? Which one was you famous for first? Instagram or TikTok? You was TikTok.
No, I'm TikTok. I was scared of IG because I was like, I don't know, you know, because I was initially a Facebook, but but Facebook is like, you know, like childhood friends, you know,
family.
local people,
Yeah.
a little family here. But IG was for the world, so I wasn't sure if I could, because I didn't know a lot about IG. You know, I was Duval. Get love there, I'll go viral there. Started from the muscle, you know, different little things, the key. But I used to always tell them, don't fuck around and make me famous. Because they used to do little things and reshare my videos and put a little key. Baby, they had one little thing going off. Baby, they had to put the, what is? They had to put the, what's this?
What? Say, you
the pillowcases.
The pillowcases?
The pillowcases in their hips.
Oh, the body.
Being funny. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was this little video. It said, I started from the muscle. I won't fight, I won't tussle, go eat. And like, I was doing this little dance. And so it went viral. So everybody started putting the pillowcases in the hips.
Before I do the edits to this, I need you to send me that. So I will. So I can know your origins, please.
Yeah. And
so I can add that in there.
It was so funny. And so just, you know how people like mimic you but they over exaggerated to make it a kiki or whatever. Yeah. And I used to be like, okay, don't fuck around and make me famous. Keep on sharing it. Don't fuck around and make me famous. And this is about like 5-6 years ago. I used to like, okay, don't fuck around and make me famous. Keep on, you know,
look at you. Look at you.
And so it was, you know, you have to have a sense of humor. I have thick skin. I was born for this.
What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
I'm a Cancer. When your birthday?
December 27th.
December. So you
2 days after Christmas.
2 days after Christmas. Okay, so listen. You are so like world famous. I'm telling you, all of your hits of your videos, the hits on your videos be like in the 100,000s. That's how I got a chance to be introduced to you. So how does that fame feel? And what I mean by how does that fame feel, I mean like when you just out trying to just go get some za or go to the grocery store and people know who you is.
Girl, you know what? Shout out to New York.
Really? They know you in like I could for real? Are you from Florida too?
New York.
Oh, you from Miami? Oh, so you're a Florida boy too, so you know her origins and stuff. Okay, so by you being with her in New York City, they be knowing I'm Auntie Totes. Tell me about it. Tell the world about it.
It was shout out to New motherfucking York.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Because you have to think everybody don't have that it factor wherever they go. And so my sunshine right here, he was like, Ma, like I had a project in New York. He was already here. He like, Ma, come on. You know, like a very blessing. Like
You live in New York currently? Astoria, Queens. That's Queens. Okay.
And I remember I went to the corner store with my son's boyfriend and my son's son. And I was literally sitting in a car. And a lady walked out, and the lady looked in the car and she was like, oh my God, is that Auntie Tote? and I was like, is this really happening? Like, literally because I'm very humble and like, I thank God so much. Like, I be like, God, you is really showing that. I love you so much. And I tell him this all the time, you know. And you kind of don't even realize the impact.
Thank you. Please give me a come on.
You make on people in such a beautiful way, you know? And so going back for a moment, had I not went through what I went through with that pageantry system, I would have never tapped into what was more into me. You know, when it's more in you, you can tap into it. And every loss isn't a loss, it's a win. Because I had to find something to do. And I don't, you know, I just transitioned. So it's amazing that I can make people feel happy all the way
Mm-hmm.
down to my hit song, Get It. When I say China can't take this shape,
Mm-hmm.
let me be great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm all about uplifting people. Be beautiful, be comfortable in whatever skin you in, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Cause baby, and you just got the toe. Baby, they said you just have to be comfortable in whatever skin you in. Because trust me, I think beauty is more so about confidence anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so it's just amazing to just be able to brighten up people's lives.
It is.
Literally, and
And you
not just
do.
the gay world.
Yes,
These
and
are
you
like
do.
heterosexual people, straight people, and I'm like, and so it let me know that Dianca, you wasn't just for the LGBT, you're for the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to brighten up the world. I want to, you know, and I don't see how cisgender women are you serious, baby? Those are my you know,
The supporters.
my support.
It
How
be
dare
like that
you?
sometimes. You know what? At first, when I'm out, because I'm always traveling, because I'm
Mhm.
still in the whole game, and I sell mouth you can yet. So
Got me.
you know, so I travels through the airport, and it's always it's always somebody straight. Oh my God, you sexy, you know, Miss, you know, all they tell me run down all my little catchphrases and stuff.
Yes.
I've had people coming up to me crying. I'll be like, oh my God, please stop, don't do that. You know, because they be
It's
you know,
for real,
It's yeah, but it'd be
though.
like, oh my God, can I take a picture? They be holding. I'll be like, oh come here, don't cry, like, or you know, I
It's for
embrace them. Come on,
real,
let's take a
Auntie.
picture so you
It's
can
for
let this
real.
let.
I've seen you viral several.
Really, Auntie? Give me
Like
my stuff.
literally, girl. I think one of the first ones I seen, you were in the bodega and you were just letting the girls know, hey baby, you don't have to. I think you were saying that it was something with a situation where the girls and the voice and hey baby, you just need to hush and let me handle this because I don't need you
Yeah.
blowing up
Point
the spot.
to it. Point to what you
Right.
want. Don't get in here trying out these sound effects and
Right,
carrying on.
right. And I was like, oh, she is so motherfucking dope. I was
Thank
like, I
you.
love
Oh
her.
my God.
I love her. And but I gravitate towards cancers. Me
Oh,
and
really?
cancers gravitate. Yeah. I have two very close sisters.
Just
Have
cancers?
longtime sisters.
That's Cancers.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
y'all, I don't know much about Capricorns, but in the comments, y'all, please tell me, is the Capricorns dope? You know what? Now that and I'm not just saying this because you sent me here.
Okay.
Every time I see these little posters on Facebook or wherever, at Twitter, X, wherever, and it's saying, yeah, what sign would you just want to wipe? I've never seen Capricorn on that list. No shade. Leo and Gemini is always typically at the top, but I'm not knocking Geminis and Leo. I'm just saying I never see Capricorns on that. Capricorns
No.
and Libras
Capricorn are like
typically
earth
always be
signs.
always at the bottom. But okay,
Right.
we gonna move on, you guys.
And wait a minute, let's not, in all due respect and honor of the Capricorn, the King Capricorn, Martin Luther King is his birthday.
Today?
Happy heavenly
the-
birthday to
Oh,
Martin
it
Luther
is
King.
today?
He's a Capricorn.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy Martin Luther King Day. Martin
Yes.
Luther King Day is this upcoming Monday, correct?
But his birthday is
it's
today.
Happy birthday,
Yes.
Martin Luther, Dr. King.
Respect heaven.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is flowing so well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to run out of time, so we got a little bit of time. Let me think. Where we left off at? Cause girl, we done got on signs.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: is you dating right now?
Yes, I am.
You're dating, or you got a boyfriend?
I'm dating.
Is the person that you're dating, is he up this area in the northern area in New York?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is he from New York? I don't need to know no name. I ain't going there for
By way of New York.
by way of New York. Okay.
By way of New York. But the only reason I'm so serious about my ish right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it's a situation where guys be trying to lock in, that's like I've been pretty much celibate for the past 4.5 months.
Bitch, I thought you was about to say years. I'm about to say, girl.
No.
So you
no.
4 months without having you. So
Yeah.
you got a fresh body count for this year.
Right.
You back at zero for this year.
Basically.
Okay.
Because I'm focused.
Yeah.
And I think the most, and what I have proven, what the universe have proven to me is that when you're focused and diligent on what you have going on, I don't need now one of them slap suckers running my pressure. I don't need to be hounded. I don't like either you're going to be on the team, leveling me up, investing in me, but I just don't need good morning, beautiful, wasting my time.
Yeah.
I've been in love. I've had some beautiful love.
What you
of
doing?
my
Text
life.
messages.
Yeah, like
Is you coming to pick me up, take me out on a date or what?
right?
Like, you know.
Or like, are you investing in my production? Are you gonna link me? And I'm about networking, linking in investments.
Now that that you're talking about that,
Yeah.
I know you know a lot of people in the scene, just not only from your Duval days, from your pageant days, from now that you are TikTok famous and Instagram famous and worldwide famous from your videos and stuff. You're recognizable everywhere.
Mhm.
I know you have a lot of resources from people do they not help you? Like when, like if you got a project or something that you want to get off the ground or that you want to do, are you experiencing it like as of late? Like, like say like you got somebody that's in production or the case, whatever the case.
No, baby. They give a lot of holler out, like they holler you out on the internet. Oh, I love what you do, but baby, they need to holler you out in some of these rooms they be
Come
in,
on.
and
Okay.
they don't. They don't. I've worked on several projects. I went to 2 auditions with a network,
Mm-hmm.
and they took my money. My car got shot up,
Oh wow.
and to this day, they scammed me.
Really?
Yeah, and I would think the show kind of went on. I don't know if they switched networks, but the storyline of the show, it was a show that came out that had that same similar storyline.
Oh, so they probably moved on with the plight of it all.
Right.
Okay.
But it still was a scam because they never had the audition that we paid for. We had to register. So me being, like people don't really know how the industry go when you're dead serious. You're willing to pay
Right.
for
Get your
your
last
to get your
for that one shot.
right.
Right.
But now that I know the industry, you should never have to pay for an audition. But I didn't know then. I'm
Oh.
thinking, hey, I have to do it. I
Just
have
off
to
your
do it.
talent alone, or them scouting you out, like, hey, she would be a good candidate for this show.
No, I don't get that. I don't. Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
Have you ever been offered to be on any of the newer shows that they got out now that like let's say like on the network now, that's TV or Zeus or Tronic?
I've been in contact with a few people,
You ain't gotta say that. You ain't because I don't want.
who've like reached out and said, "Hey, I think you would be good for this. Let me see something." But everything I've actually, I've had to go through my PR and do my own thing, and my assistant have regulated it for me.
Because I know right now you are working on a very big project in New York City, and I'm happy for you. You know why I'm happy for you? Because I'm a girl's girl, and I want to see all my girls win. And I think in
I believe
today's,
you.
I think in today's society, girls, it's enough for us all out here to eat. It's if we,
We
nobody.
think that way though, Lex. A
Huh?
lot of girls don't. A lot of girls are very territorial with attention.
Mhm.
Like I say, I have 2 cancer sisters, and both of them are girls.
Girls,
Akasha
yeah.
and
Oh, Kasha,
Aja.
your sister, that's my sissy.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
shout
we
out
go
to
way
Bentley
back.
Gang. I love
Yeah.
you, sister. But it's just enough room out here for all of us to eat. Cause I'm gonna tell you why. When you are your own person and you are you are it factor. Nothing that they can do to stop it will ever stop your shine. Cause it's just always gonna be something that stands out about you. And when you believe that in your mind, and you don't even be feeling that way, you just have that spark that people gravitate towards. And I see that with you, just like Akasha. There's a few girls that possess that, like a Madison, but it's just certain girls that got the it factor, and you can tell that they don't try to push themselves in the front of the camera or block everybody out. A girl that got the it factor can be in the back, and they'll tell you, I need you up front. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And so I just wish you the best, and I just pray that the Lord who resides in heaven just bless you in everything that you do.
Definitely. Because
go ahead.
sorry, not cutting because I co-owned a club, so I used to book. I booked girls. I booked the headliners. Like
What was the name of the club?
Club Lava, and
And
I
down
had
in Florida?
yes, Club Lava for 3 years. And so same girls whose name I mentioned today, I booked them. I've never been a territorial girl. I've never been inferior of no girl because we are individuals. And it's not about looks. It's not about any of that. I don't care about any of that. If they had talent, I've booked the girl.
Let me ask you this, because when we talked a few weeks ago, and you first was asking me, hey, let me see what your show was about when we was in talks of you coming on. And I was like, I did I ran down, I said, I did, when you told me I'm from Florida, I was like, I did the girls from Florida. I did, Kasha was my first guest. I did Stasha. And you was like, and you told me you know Stasha.
Oh yeah, that's my bloodline original sister. When I was 16, that's who I came up under. That was one of the first. Yeah, she was one of the 3 first gays that that I was around.
Shout out to Sasha Sanchez. Well, I love you, sister.
And shout out to her too, because it was because of her who helped me. She came down when I won Duval, the year I won Duval
Really?
New, and she did a dress. She had me put on all my stuff. She came over to my house. She said, "Sister, I want you to win." And she had me put on all my packages. She said, "Walk, turn around," and she guided me through
Really?
that process.
Because you know what,
I'm
and as much as me and Sasha had our little thing, but this was years and years ago. I love you, my sister, because we way past that now. And
Right.
a lot of people perceive her as to be a mean girl.
Really?
Yeah. And that's just like, it's not just me saying that, but so by you
No,
saying,
you know what? I have heard that, but like, it's like, because I've been perceived to be a mean girl.
Really?
But yeah, are you serious? But to know me is to love me.
Okay.
So I think to know her is to understand her and love her, because she isn't a mean girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's my caption on my Instagram.
What?
To know me is to love me.
Are you serious?
Because they used to, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what it is.
I never knew that.
I
God is
swear
my
to God, if you
secret
go on my
judge.
Instagram, right? If you go on my Insta, it says to know me is to love me. So
I
I just
promise I
think
didn't know
because
that.
when you are a popular girl in your city
know- yeah.
and you got a lot of following, a lot of gay kids, and I just didn't take no shit.
That's me.
I'm gonna knock your dick and don't play with me.
That's me.
You know when
me.
you don't have that I can't play with her.
Yeah.
They think that you are a mean girl. Like,
Right.
but it's not like no. Most mean girls are typically the sweetest girls. They just really you just not fitting to play with me.
And you know what? I've been hearing a lot about this soft girl era. And I want to speak on I'm in my soft girl era. Ever
that
since
what we
I've
calling
been
it?
to New York, I think I am. But when I was in certain environments, I wasn't able to be in my soft girl era because I had to be in my
Concrete
savage
jungle.
era.
Come
you
on,
know?
come on,
And so that was, and that was how Duval was. You had to be savage because the next girl is trying to prove a point. I had people who I raised and named the name that they live by. Oh, I'm the girl for her. I'm the girl for her. Like, how does that feel? Are you serious?
the girl for you is the girl that's gonna sit you. The girl that's gonna put you. Oh,
was literally
wow.
saying literally, And so it's like now when I'm in New York, Atlanta, other places, I could be my soft girl era because those people maybe they're terrorizing somebody else or attempting to. But what I'm saying is
Not
I can be in my
terrorizing
soft girl
somebody
area
else.
because when I'm in an environment where I don't have to prove a point or go all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, a lot of girls can be perceived as that because of you can't be, because people will play with you and they'll play on your time and they'll play on your top.
Okay.
So I don't think a person putting their foot down and setting boundaries and listen, don't play with me, that doesn't mean soft girl, because a lot of girls play nice in front of cameras and do a lot of underhanded stuff behind closed doors. And they be saying, oh, I don't let what. But they're very underhanded. They're very underhanded and they come off as sweet and sweetie pie and shit in front of the camera. And then it's girls like us who stay true to who we are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, who will be misconstrued. So definitely in Duval, I have been considered probably a mean girl too.
Okay.
Or whatever, but it was more so just standing on business and standing my ground.
So I know I don't want to let the cat out of the bag on a new project that you're working on, but I can tell that you really invested in it, and I can see that it's bringing you joy because the world needs to see you on a broader spectrum.
Is. And I'm just so glad that, because people never knew that I could be funny. I didn't know I could be funny because I had to be so serious.
Come on, serious. You had to be so
it's
serious.
Not even me, but so serious because, and so when it came to Pageantry, that showed my sexy side and my entertainment side, but people never knew that some of the same people who, called themselves abandoned me was like, they follow me now. They watch me now. And I'm over that situation, but it was very hard because what if I did not have
anything else afterwards?
That drive to go forward.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
like what if, like literally, like that's terrible. Like Monique went through being canceled. I basically was canceled. Nicki Minaj, both of them are Decemberans. You didn't think about that. So it's like when I've prayed and when I've meditated and said, well, God, I know I'm not that terrible because so many people love me. It was like that just wasn't your cry. I don't dislike them, but it was just like
you know what somebody told me recently?
Because what if I had not legs? They really was like, they just want like die, go away. Like,
they do the same shit in ballroom. I want you to know.
Really?
They did that to me like 2 years ago. After the ball, like I had, and the Prodigy ball was in Miami. I had went through a little thing, and it was like none of them called to check on me. None of them. then this was from my family, and I loved them like they was my family. None of them reached out to
Duval
me.
was my family.
Like it was like, girl, let her go. Like wherever she, And if it wasn't me taking time off to myself and like rebrand myself and let the world see me, and it took for me to step away from that for me to fully blossom.
And look at
See,
you
and
now sitting in
sometimes
front of these
somebody
cameras,
told me
lights,
not too
and
long ago, the
action.
Lord will put you in uncomfortable situations
because they don't want you to get comfortable there.
Yeah. Come on now, we could.
So we ain't even fin to, because
Yeah.
then it'll be right.
Right. See,
And so at the end of the day, we have to somewhat like gracias to those people.
With no
you
hard
know?
feelings. I have no hard
gracias
feelings.
like thank you. You
Yeah,
know, right?
you know what? I look at certain things as not so much of a setback, it's a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
You know, and then when you sit back, I'm at the point in my life, sister. When I cry, it sometimes be happy tears. I'm not
So
crying
do
because I'm sad. No,
I.
I'm crying because I'm happy that where I'm at in life. And it's just like any little thing that God, because He's been doing His biggest one for me lately.
That's
You
how
know,
I
you
feel.
be when you cry now, is you be emotional because it's like look where I was at. I was in a very dark place. Like I lost
Because
my
you know what, Lex? Because it's enough of them there. They needed us here.
Come on.
They need more of us here. They need more of us here. It's enough of them there doing the balls, the pageants, and baby, I love the way they cut up in a good way cut up. Meaning the face and the sex sirens and the voguing. I love that, but it's enough of them there. They need some of us here.
Did they,
we deserve to be here too. Right.
Have anybody ever approached you about joining ballroom?
You know what? My sister Stash and I have another sister, Ting Ting. Back in the day, I've walked sex siren and body. Yes.
Is there any footage of
Yes.
any? Is there any?
They can pull up some.
If you can, I can't promise this, y'all, because I don't know if it was on Ballroom Throwback. What ball was it at? Because I could pretty much tell if Ballroom
But you have to
was...
think, Lex, this was back when, this was maybe like 15 years ago now.
Oh, the balls has been recorded since the 80s.
Yeah,
it was footage out there somewhere.
Yes.
Where was, okay, so was when you walked, was it in Atlanta?
Yes, in Atlanta.
Like at the,
I went in Atlanta and
like
Miami.
at tracks when they used to have, like,
it was on 305 in Atlanta back in the day. Was it 304, 305 back in Atlanta days? Yeah.
Okay, so listen, you got any questions for me before we go?
Let me ask you some questions.
Go ahead. Ask me
Well, I just want to say this. You look so good doing what you do.
Thank you.
You look so good doing what you do, and you're a natural.
Really?
You're literally a natural. I don't see you're a natural.
Thank you. Oh my God.
I did view you in Stasha's, and I love that. Because a lot of girls, on both of y'all behalf, a lot of girls, if you're not that girl, it's like they don't like to mend if they don't have to.
Break that down.
Okay, it's like this. If a girl have an issue with another girl,
okay,
and if this girl is at a level in her career to where it's higher than this particular girl, it's like I don't have to mend with her. Who is she to mend with? Like she's like she can't sit with me anywhere. Versus some girls mend with people just merely off of how their heart is set up. Like, I don't care where a person's status is. If it was a misunderstanding, if it was something, hey, I'm there so to see you and her being older than you, she's made her wave, you've made your wave. And for y'all to sit and come together on a mutual, I respect what you do, you doing your thing, let me come and support you.
And vice versa to you, because you're blessing my platform,
right?
You know what I mean. So
and you're
thank you for
blessing me
recognizing
too
that.
as well, because you're giving me an outlet. So it's a one hand wash the other type of thing. And I come from pageantry to where like the girls, we will compete against each other. Me and my Keish, baby, we competed at Jackie O, you know what I'm saying? Took off my hair. But so it's like I come from that. But since I've gotten to the media, the influencer, the comedy arena, I don't think a lot of girls, when they see that you do what they do, it's like, get away. I've supported a particular older girl, and I looked up and she blocked me, and I was like, I used to share your stuff to my story. Of course, when it was addressed, it was like, oh, I've been lost. What is I've been lost?
What you trying to say?
But like you lose somebody, take your page, you lose, what is it called?
You lose what?
You've been lost control over that page.
Like like my page got deleted at a certain amount,
or it got hacked.
That's what she said that
Yeah,
happened.
and I was like, but it was more so like, so I don't think like everybody is girls, especially if y'all do similar so
things in the
because
same arena.
right.
Got
And
it.
so I think this is a beautiful moment because when I see Lisa Ray, when I see Sherry Shepherd, when I see other journalists, hosts,
Okay.
and they sit together, I think that's very beautiful because
Right, they can
everybody
share
have
that
an
space.
individuality of personality. So that's beautiful.
Let me ask you
That's
this.
very beautiful that we could do this.
I agree.
Genuinely.
We need to keep this in the act.
Gotcha.
Like, not just let it in here. So let me ask you this. We're not going to, you in here. She's here, you guys, in New York. She's working on a big project. It's going to be coming soon. But not just this next project. Where can you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? And I really want to talk to Dianca at this point. Where do you see yourself at in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Oh.
Like, and I mean, put with all of your dreams, all of your aspirations, all of your accomplishments. At that, like 5 years from now, where could look in your camera and give it to them?
In the next 5 years, I see myself headlining shows, headlining comedy shows, headlining. I'm definitely mainstream in media, definitely movie scripts. And my ultimate goal is I want to have one of the top. I'm going to have one of the top entertainment industry companies because I want to help people build and be great.
Okay.
Entertainment company.
Is this X-rated or no?
No.
Okay.
Mainstream.
Okay.
But X-rated, baby, I'll oin. Baby, entertainment is entertainment. A oin is a oin.
Okay.
And it's there. So yeah, I'm not limiting it to like un-X-rated. Yeah. So yeah, definitely a talent agency. But I do want to help LGBT because there's so many talented, brilliant LGBT people out there. And I seen that when I went to that audition, I just see that people want to be seen and they just need an outlet. They need someone to connect with. And I know how it feels for that not to be easy, to have so much talent and like, okay, I just need to get to be seen.
That's all that you need to write. You need to be
you need
viewed
the
in
right
eyes on you. The right eyes on you. That's it.
And so I want to help people be seen and be great. So let me be great.
That's good. So this is typically how I close out my show.
Okay.
I ask all of my guests this one question. If you can talk to your younger self, any kind of young trans girl, any kind of girl from Florida, any kind of girl that went through your hardships with being pushed out of places, and you didn't have no control over it until you blossom into this, where you at in your life, in your headspace, your mental, everything. Look in the camera and talk to your younger self or any young girl out there. Take your time.
I would definitely say in my younger self, what would I say? Unfortunately, I would say look for people to prove their loyalty to you before you throw yourself on a chopping block for people. Unfortunately, that is what I would say. I would have, had I not given so soon and so easily, to make sure that the love was like mutual and make sure that it was genuine. And make sure that people love you for you, not love you because you're a co-signer, not love you because you're giving with your hand, not love you because you're the girl in the limelight, not love you because you're the girl to sit around, to be around, but love you even when the lights go off, baby, even when the camera stop flashing. They love you genuinely, even if you don't have a name that is social media or in ballroom or in pageantry. No, they love you for you. They love you for the heart they see in you. So choose those around you who love you genuinely.
You ate that. I was waiting for you to cook because you was taking
Really?
It was like it was a
vim,
vim,
so much. But baby, once they get the crank, and then when I crank, then it be, and then they right.
Come on.
So yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you for coming on the Let's Address It podcast.
Thank you for having me, beautiful.
Okay, you guys, just look out for Auntie Tote and her upcoming projects, y'all. I'm going to have all of her social media handles on the screen at the beginning when I first introduce her and during this portion right now. She's, where you at? How many 100,000 people you got on TikTok? How many followers?
Facebook, no. IG, I'm over 150,000, and baby, getting that I couldn't believe it. God is so good.
He's been good.
What?
And it's gonna keep us only up from here.
I came from the back. Ain't that's what you're right? Jazzy say, but came from the back. I love when she say
how many
that.
on TikTok?
TikTok, I'm at 100K.
100K.
Okay. Facebook, I'm at like 60K.
Do you got a YouTube channel?
I do, but I haven't invested time. I post, but I haven't really went full throttle. I got to though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Auntie. On the count of 3, please let the world know what show you are on. 1, 2, 3. Let's address it.
The sexy Lexi. Let's motherfucking trust it.
You slap suckers. Where do slap suckers come from?
Because you know what?
Justin, please tell me.
Well, you want me to call them slap suckers,
no, I'm asking you
or dusty busters, or dirty dog. It's just so many, so I just call it slap suckers. Because my auntie, I got that from my auntie back in the day, and I heard her call baby this slap sucker had to piss off, and she said I was just slap sucker. Stop calling my phone. I said, oh, I love it.
I love
right. I love it.
Do everybody else tell you how much they love it?
I think it was sap suckers, but I twisted up and put. I think it was sap suckers. She said sap suckers.
But it's
so
I
put my own spin on it. And baby, I call them a slap suckers because you know I will slap one of them.
You know what else I live for when you do?
Right.
Right. I'm gonna call you. Why you tear that phone up like that? Why do you tear them?
Baby, I be trying to get up off that phone because you know what? Because I'd rather hit that phone. No, because I've been hit their ass. So let me just hit the phone.
No, wait.
Right.
No, wait. Why you and your hairdresser always going through it when you go sit down on her chair?
You know what?
You told her to use her little bag of hair.
My hairdresser is a Cancer.
She is? Oh, my God.
And baby, when I tell you.
I can tell y'all relationship.
God, the spirit of this lady, she's so down to earth. She is everything to me. You hear me? And she's not even really, she's real humble with it. You know, she wasn't used to making the videos. But I say, I reeled her in, and she's just so a natural at it.
Yeah, she is.
She's a natural at it, and that's really how we deal. That is really genuinely how we deal.
The way y'all was, that was not. I could tell it's too natural.
Baby, that's how we deal.
You give it to each other like that. You told me, go ahead, don't you got with that little bag of hair in?
Yeah.
Because don't all hear something. I swear to God, I live for you. I really do. I watch all your videos. You just told somebody, no. Wait, what's the other one? When you told her, you had told him to come, told the me to come, the weed got to come back because you got the googly eyes from him. Get my stuff right.
Come on now, Lex. Come on now. You ain't never been in that situation.
I've been in that situation. The girls
baby, the trade want to come out, baby, with the pants hanging because they trying to mesmerize you, baby, to try to get you off of watching that pipe, my little son. I don't care about no muscles, and then baby, they body ain't gonna even have you. They just want to flaunt in front of you. See, we went through that in jail and prison. So we see how the boy trying to flex to seduce you. And baby, next thing you know, you that. And baby, baby, we ain't finna do that because this for me.
This ain't for her.
This for me. I'm talking about this right. This for me. And baby, I don't care about no what biceps, triceps. I care about myself, and I want myself right.
You want?
Yeah, you need to play that. No, nah, you can give me something for free. But how you finna?
Let me ask you a question. Now that you smoke this out, listen. What do you smoke out of? Because I'm not a weed smoker.
You know what? New York tried to convert me over to them papers.
Really?
That my mom and them used to use back in the G.
Wait, what's papers? Is that like the leaf? Is that
the papers?
Oh, what,
rolling
like
papers.
Easy Paper? Top?
Yes. And so
was it that the Easy Waters? That's what they do in New York now?
Or the raw?
The raw paper.
It's papers called raw. And
grabber. What's the stuff that they putting in
grabber? I have never. Now I've rolled a few paper J's, but they burn too fast. I think the grava is to slow it down from. I have yet to do the grava thing. We live in a bougie area, so you can't find no blunt. So to find the blunts, I have to go over to like Brooklyn or the Bronx.
And then you just you buy a bunch of them.
Right.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What was you smoking down in Florida? Like, what do they typically smoke out of down in Florida?
Cigarillos and blunts.
Not backwoods?
Yeah, backwards. But baby, the backwards, it takes so much. You got to put almost the whole 3.5. So baby, not with mine. You won't be doing on backwood. I don't need a backwood, baby. Mine's all last me several.
All right, let me ask you a question. This will lead the last question. Baby. Listen,
now you know my husband. He the connect, he the plug. So then I can get real. That you baby, give me a backwood. But other than that, give me my little rellos, and I'm right.
All right, so listen, let me ask you this, because I mean, I'm a well-connected girl, and the girls be on the line going off like, oh, and they charging, what is the, like, is it cheap? I know they got to be higher up here. Is they stingy? Like, how does that typically work? Tell me about it. I'm not a
just mentioned that to you, didn't I? I said, oh, because over here is this, you know, I've started moving about. I've built, I found a couple of, you know, buddies, associates, peers here. So when I'm in the Bronx, I'm like, you know, who is the woo, you know, because I'm that girl. Girls used to come to Duval for Pageant events. You know, they hit me up. Hey, baby, I used to drop off whatever they want.
Whatever.
Got me, whatever they want, baby. I don't care what you do. Just don't let it do you. I don't care what you do, but just don't let it do you. And we could, you know, so I don't want nobody. So whatever they want, baby, they call me. And I
want to,
you know, make
quarterback that thing. I'm gonna quarterback that thing
you know,
for you. Okay.
And baby, I ain't gonna go in your pipe. You know, they'll do that too. And then go and take a little picture and all that, you know, all that. But in New York, the prices change because in certain areas, baby, you can see. I had never been over. You can walk up in the bodega.
Oh yeah.
And get your look. I said, "Oh,
from behind the counter."
Right. Yeah. I say, "Try."
Oh. So this all new to you?
Yeah, very new to me.
Oh, girl, you get anything from out the bodegas, especially in the right area.
Baby, I'm out hanging out with one of my peers, baby. And baby, I'm like, oh, child, we can't smoke. He said, oh, girl, you can smoke. I said, right here in broad daylight, we can light this thing. I said, yeah. I said, I'm in paradise.
The laws is very much relaxed up here for that type of stuff.
You know, and so the prices, I have experienced like different
inflation
prices in different areas.
No, is the stuff good better up here? Like weed better? Is it the kill kills?
Yes.
We call it kill. Do y'all call it kill? You ever heard of kill kills? Okay, we call it kill kills. Y'all
really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, but yeah, you know, he from so wherever he gonna connect with.
He look like he can blend in any neighborhood. Just the son, y'all. She brought her son here with her. I could tell he adore her because when she was talking, she wasn't looking at him, but I was, and he was just grinning.
Oh well, that's my Decembering. He's a Decembering. So like, yeah,
and he just was grinning and smiling. I could tell he loved his mom.
Yeah, we have.
Thank you for coming.
Bond.
Okay, y'all. Shout out to Dianca, Glam Clean, Auntie Tote That Shape. It's a wrap. We love you.
Let's address it.